Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Adam. Good morning, Dave. Good morning, James. Good morning, Jose. Catrice, good morning. Pat, good morning. Stephen, good morning. All right, guys, let's get the show on the road and get it going here. Let's see here. We're going to go into, well, that was something. Bitcoin just broke that channel downward and established a new harmony wave and shot up to target number 3 in like one swoop, 3,000 points in matter of nothing really. Yeah, that's very interesting. So really that big level here at 30,372 is going to be critical. Pullbacks become viable after that. Let's take a look at, we got about 4 minutes to the cash market open. Let's see here. All right. Let's take it from YM. So YM, they're about to break the captain setup long right here. So that becomes a sell signal against that Globex. Globex is 33,726. So if we continue to trade under that level, this market should be retracing back to 642.1. QQQ. Well, we need to wait for that one. ES on a daily basis. We are in the middle of the range on ES on a daily basis, and this is an area where you're going to get a potential two-sided market as they're trying to find a balance to counter that selling pressure that we had. So if we continue to trade under that low today of 40.87 and a quarter, you will get momentum on the short side. Otherwise, it's going to be a two-sided market. Gold, they're bouncing back off the middle of the range, and this is kind of like almost like a preview of what ES could look like if those levels in the middle of the range hold up. Okay, so we're running back up to target number 1. The next target in this rotation is 2027.7, and we have a channel to the upside. Right at the bottom of it is 81.9. So that's going to be a critical level going forward in gold. As long as we hold on to that level, you're going to get rotations upward and pullbacks against that level that should hold, going forward. But if it doesn't, then you'll get a different reality after that. But that is going to be a critical level, and a 3-wick reversal pattern in the middle of the range is indicative of price stability. NASDAQ, same thing that's happening. It's an inside day, and we all know how inside days operate. They are a very choppy type of behavior, so you got to be very careful how you take on your intraday trades. ES on a 50 NT Rinko, you have a one candle reversal right here, and unless you break Globex, which is 41.10 and a quarter, this is a continuation pattern. So at the open here in about a minute, we want to measure and see how well they come up to that 41.10 price action, right? Gold bouncing back on an intraday basis. You have a captain set up short right here that we need to go above 2023.2. On an intraday basis, 50 NT Rinko, you got yourself a continuation of this harmony wave into target number 1 at 1737.3. That's the next target, which is target number 4 against that high of 53.2. Crude oil, continuation of the selling pressure. 76.3. Okay, so if we're looking at NQ from an intraday basis, we are the 965, which is we are very close to it, is a critical level, and that will lead us into a one candle reversal on the 200 NT Rinko. Now, the interesting part is the fact that we have a captain set up short that happened overnight at that 953. We're exactly right there. That's where it got triggered. So we really have to break above 78 in order for the longs to take control. Otherwise, you're going to see fading behavior coming through. Okay? And the 200 and the 100 are out of sync. And we are in the middle of the range. Like, see that purple line right here? That is 12,940. That level is smack. It's glowbacks. It's glowbacks. Okay, so we have the 70 NT Rinko and the 50 NT Rinko are in sync right here. I'm gonna post some orders out just to make sure that my orders are actually coming through. Okay, so that's one order. I'm gonna send a second order right here. Okay, and I'm gonna cancel them. I'm gonna put orders at the bottom here. And okay, that looks good. So my orders are going out in the market fairly quickly. Adam S, good morning. SNK, good morning. Let me see who else came into the room. Sayed, good morning. Tafita, good morning. All right. Okay. I see what's going on here. Boom. Okay, so if we break 914, see what they're doing? They're just oscillating right here. But I do see some quality setups that are starting to show up. We want to see if any news. We had the durable good. We have crude oil inventory report at 9:30 Central. Really, beside that, there's nothing else going on as far as the news cycle. All right. There was a captain setup. I just saw that. I mean, it's obviously too late, but 944. They had a 944 captain setup on the 30 NT Rinko. So now what we're seeing here is short patterns are stepping in. And harmony zone number 1 and 2 are to the short side, meaning that between the 15 to the 25 and the 40 to the 50, those are two resistance zones that the market, from the short perspective, kind of need to hold. And we could see them coming up to that rotation up here multiple times and getting faded into this area. So we're gonna start drawing our channels to get a guide on what this price action is doing. And it's a fast market, so we're gonna be. So that's the channel number 1. Breaking that channel. Okay, that's still channel number 1. So they're playing around right here in around harmony zone number 2. There are railroads. There's railroads going on right here. I get it. I'm gonna be just patient with this market early on. 31 is a level that the market needs to hold on to from the short perspective. Otherwise, you're gonna get a captain set up long, and you're gonna go back into the middle of the range. This is just a behavior. This is a consistent behavior. You see that? Yeah. See that they're gonna probably get to the 31, put a captain set up, run up to the middle of the range, retest harmony zone number two, and try to flush people around these ranges here. That is a behavior consistent with consolidation, and this is micro scalping type of environment. So just be conscious of that, and give the market a little bit of time and let it sort itself out. You don't want to see a break above 40. 40 is Globex. ES, let's talk about ES very quickly. Really not much have changed. We're still churning in a very inside day type of behavior. You have harmony zone number 1 and 2. Zone number 1 is 97 by 70, 75 by 175, 104 by 107. Those are the two zones that the market is, if we start breaking anything about 107, then that will get us into the 110, and that will change the personality of the market. 140 is coming up, 140. If that happens, then the market get out of sync again in a way. You really, on the 200 and the 100, the market is in sync. Look at that 40. We got to it to the tick. So what's the action plan for us right now? The action plan is to wait and to watch to see if we can produce a new harmony wave short and start trending under 915. Then that will be a break in price action that will create momentum. And here we go. So we have established a minor trend line in this rotation. Well, here we go. Where's James? James. Hey, good morning, James. How are you, buddy? Brad, good morning. It's a fast one today. All right. So that is that zone 28 to 25. The market is just literally stuck in that zone right here. Hitting 40. See that just nasty price action right there. Okay, so they have to break 14. Okay. Let's see what they want to do here. Good morning, Josh. How are you? Okay, here comes that 14. All right. Okay, so that is gonna generate some momentum in this market. So let's see if we can capture one. We need to run back up. We already have a new harmony wave short. right? So that's good. Look how quickly things are moving. I mean, if this candle closes lower right here to 12, I may get in there. Took one off. I need to see it move quick here. Took one off too. That right here, it needed to kind of sell off very quickly and not just sit there. Yeah. Okay, well, here we go. All right. So it had one more rotation before it flushed. Look at that. Boom. We need a little bit more patience on this one. Good. 9, 12, 12. Yeah, 12 is a good one. So it did the 12, ran up one more. Okay, so we got a channel number one on the short side. You have to know where the bottom end of the Globex band is 90, 90.75, right? The 200 and the 100 are in sync on the short side, and we should be looking for a couple of targets. One of them is the 865. 865 is the next target. We're at a whole number right now, that 900, and they're trying to hold the line here. All right, so don't break that 31. And we're back into this harmony zone number one. Crappy human being. Did I make a good decision? All right. So we're breaking. We're here. We go back again. You see that back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's 8:46. We probably want to wait till the top of the hour and see if the market really gives us a bit more clarity and direction. Okay, so that's that. All right, so we got very close to the 31, which was a very important level, and we pulled back off of it. So if we start getting another harmony wave short right here between the 5 and, yeah, they sure did, Brad, they really did. That captain set up structure short at that 52. We came up right to it and pulled back. That's a bearish behavior, but we need to continue to trade under that 31. If we break above it, it puts a hold on trying to get short. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't mean that the market cannot resume it. It just would be too close to Globex, and we're going to chop it up if we break anything above 31 right now. Okay, and that's what they're doing right now. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, that's to be expected. That's to be expected, Adam. This, whenever you are, and you've seen this often, whenever we are in the middle of the range within this Globex band, and within right in and around this Globex price, that whole kind of purpley zone right here. This is kind of what you're seeing. You're seeing this little choppy behavior. They'll probably run it up a little bit, fade, run it up to the top end of the range, and kill it downward. It's just going to be that kind of. Are you muted? I'm not muted. Can you guys hear me? You should be able to hear me, right? Can you guys hear me? Okay. So Brad, it's on your end, buddy. Frag, good morning. Jeff, good morning. Nor, good morning. John, good morning. All right, so they put a captain set up short right here and 35 and a quarter push. Let's see if we can resume this behavior. It's a middle of the range trading, and that has a distinct personality that you need to be very familiar with and aware of. And all these lines, Steven, are the trend lines. Maybe we'll cut through some of them here. Okay. So with this run up back up, the 200 and the 100 are out of sync again. So that tells me the market is going through this two-sided market behavior again. And the best trade for me is patience and wait for the top of the hour and look for either the 200 NT Rinko, basically the price going to 65, or go down to 900 and avoid this middle of the range trading. We've seen the quality of the chopping behavior once we're in this spot right here. ES is chopping even worse than NQ. I mean, I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. Really? I mean, either you break the 4106 or you break the 96. Anything in between, I just stay away from this little. This is a chopping, and especially if you're trying to scalp. I mean, like literally, by the time you get in there, you get stopped. It just stay away from it. Yeah, it was a railroad. There's two railroads right here against that captain setup in the middle of the range. I mean, it worked, but there's always better spots. All right, so let's see if they break 31 half. Breaking 31 half is significant. All right, 5 minutes. 5 minutes to the top of the hour. All right, so this is gonna be an area of interest right here, right here. If this candle closes higher, they're gonna start pushing it up to target number 2 and potentially run up to that 65. So where we at right here, and this current candle is gonna be very important. You could tell they're trying, right? But look where they're trying it at. Trying it at right on Globex. You know how I'm allergic to trading right here. So we're gonna see what they want to do. They break this down to 31. That will shift things around. They break it up. Uh, they close this candle higher. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's see how ES is behaving. What is this? Yeah, ES. Okay. So channel number 2 established itself right here, and we're breaking. We're breaking it again. I mean, that's just the same type of structure. So now the market is putting a pocket between 35 and 25 that they need to protect in order for prices to hit 65. So if we continue to hold on to any pullback in this rising support, we should hit 65. And the stop to any rotation here has to be the 35 to 25. I avoid trading in the middle of the range right here. So just if you can help yourself, wait. You almost like you want to see a break to 65, then see the quality of the pullbacks and how well they hold. That's a better. It would be a better environment. Here you go. Okay. So target number 2 is hit, and we're on our way to 65. 65 coming up. Here you go. I mean, to the tick. Like, literally they needed to place one more tick or two more ticks, and that whole structure will change, and they just reversed it, or they're trying to reverse it. People cannot handle power. I mean, we're seeing NQ moving while ES is like really not much of anything here. All right. So the 65 needs to be broken. There's no two questions about it. So now we got yourself this level here, 57, that needs to we need to start breaking above that 54, 55, and that will set the stage for a run up actually. See the same behavior that they did here, they need to be doing here, and now they're flipping that thing. I mean, look, they got to that line, to that tick. Wouldn't it be sick if they flush everybody below the 915 off that one tick behavior right here? It's middle of the range trading, my friend. 904. 904. We got about 26 minutes for a crude inventory report. Captain set up short on ES at 97.5 with a stop at 100.75. You see this chop zone, so you really need a couple of candle continuation trade, and then a retest that holds for ES. Okay. Soar. Here we go. And they're punching it right back up. Let them get to 65, then we'll talk. So they keep hitting that harmony zone number 2, trade above it, and get faded. What's interesting is if we go back down to 940, that will set the stage up for a captain setup short on NQ, on the 50 NT Rinko. Okay, here comes the 65. All right, boom. All right. Okay, at least that's something, right? Now we need to look for pullbacks and see how well they hold it. You have two zones of concern. Zone number 1, 940 by 930. Zone number 2 is 915 by '05. Both those zones need to hold. Globex need to hold. Pullbacks become viable against them, but just remember where we at also on the 200 NT Rinko. We're smack into the middle of the range. So you really need to see these pullbacks, and you want to see a structure of a higher low and multiple signals telling you that the price is stable. Okay? So just the fact that we closed the 200 and we closed the 65 is just a definition of environment. But that definition needs to translate into a behavior, and the behavior needs to translate into a signal, and then, you know, we're going to go into managing the trades. Okay. Here they come with that 40 business. How are you guys handling this chop fest? Um, Absolutely, Pat. Sorry to hear that, but if anything that could be learned out of today is location, location, location. That's the thing that was very, you know, it was a telltale in market, in price action and behavior, is location. When we trade in and around glowbacks, you get this type of very noisy price action, and you're almost better off trading above 990 or below 890 than to place any trades whenever the market is in balance right here. No, you got this, Pat. You got this, buddy. You got this. Stops are part of the process. They seem to want to hold on to these levels. I mean, that's what it seems like to me. I mean, look at the higher low, 1, 2, and a 3 of them in a row. Okay. Where's the next target? 990. That's what we're looking for. All right, so they put on a captain setup short on 50 NT wrinkle in NQ at 47. Okay, so I'm gonna. It's actually, it does look very good from a fading perspective, but I'm not gonna take it around Globex. It's just as simple as that. I'm gonna let it. If that's what they want to do, flush below 30, rally back up. Show me a pattern of holding the highs in a lower high formation, and I'll take a look at it that way. Well, you keep hitting these peaks right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and fading into Globex. So that's the game they're playing right now. And that captain setup will fail above 65 again. Hey Ken, how are you, buddy? So you're fading with micro, okay? If that's working for you, keep doing it. Yeah, we don't like stress. Okay, so a premium switch trade short. ES is starting to trend actually. If you take a look here, and the funny thing, all this noise, all this price action, ES never closed the 50 NT wrinkle, so that tells me something significant actually. It tells me that this close to the middle of the range is a lot weaker than what's obvious to most people. That this run up to the close of 65 is weaker, because typically whenever the market is trending on the long side, you'll get the ES to close the 50 NT wrinkle, and also you're getting the 200 NT wrinkle closing in that same direction. But you have a disconnect between right now you have a disconnect between the 100 and the 200, and a disconnect between ES and NQ. ES is weaker than NQ. So that captain setup short on the 50 NT wrinkle at 47, it's producing this failure pattern. Yeah, here we go. See that? Okay, so we asked them to flush it below 30 and rally that back up, so we could see the quality of the sellers here. Adrian, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Stay tuned. We just need to find the environment that is constructive of us trading in it. Okay? I mean, you got this, you got that. From a scalping perspective, let's see if we can get up there. All right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That is good. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. If we break, and this is there's probability of 890. That will be a railroad with a switch trade short on the 200 NT Rinko, and rallies become shortable in a significant way toward the 50s and the 800s on a swing trade basis. Then at that point, we can kind of elect to go and scalp or, you know, swing trade this behavior. Okay, so now we're coming into the bottom end of harmony zone number 2, which is 915 to 905. And this is almost like the last line of defense for the bulls here. If they give these price structures away, it's going to get ugly for them. Why I didn't see that? Okay, here you go. Okay, so that was one more. So you could see how they did this here. They had 1, rotation 2, and 3, and then they faded the whole thing down. We're at the bottom end of harmony zone number 2. This is a typical area where price will pause and rally back up. So this is the test right here. How well they hold the price. If we continue to trade under 25 and or test 29 and fail, then that tells us that the market is ready for that one candle reversal. One heck of a captain setup on that 47. I just didn't want to take it in the middle of the range. That's the only thing. Continuation trade. Continuation trade. Yeah, that here we go. Yeah, we're about to close that 890. We are not too far. We're not too far. I mean, it's a trap fest going on here in this market today. All right. Um, the key and the clue in many ways was how ES just lagged so significantly against NQ. That was the clue. All right, they're trying to defend it. Okay, I get it. They really need to close under that 890. We do well. I mean, we look at both. We look at both. Typically, the signals in ES is equivalent to signals in NQ and vice versa. So from this perspective, we hit target 1, 2, and 3. And target number 4 in this sequence is 40.72 and a quarter. And the next target is 40.79. All right, here they come again at that toward that 90 or the 89, excuse me, the 890, excuse me. All right. Okay. They're trying. Look where we at though too. What is that? That's the bottom end of the Globex band, right? See, price come up close, not close enough, and here sellers are coming really close to flipping this candle. So for momentum to really be uh, continuous and solid, you need to break either below 890 or above 990. I know there's a trade waiting on me, a profitable one. The shorts are, how's Steven doing? Sayed, Tafita, how are you guys doing? Ken, Catrice, am I saying your name correctly, by the way? Jose, how is Jose doing? James, Sheila, Dave, Adam, and Brad. Any trades? All right. All right, here we go. Okay, so they're breaking that. Let's see how far they want to go. Captain set up long on ES right here at 84. So there's a chance, or good chance, that we can run up to 87 right now. Oh yeah, this is absolutely a day for the pros. Okay, good job, Steven. Up 1,500 on 17 evaluation accounts. Good job, Adam. Small green today, been distracted. Okay. So so the 47 is coming up on that ES, right? So I'm telling you, like it's almost like you have to. Like almost you have to scalp. You have to scalp um, on the 20 NT Rinko, and not really kind of worry about um, the market being in sync or out of sync. But the beauty of it is the fact that me looking at the 200 and the 100 and the 70 and the 50 is keeping me away from a choppy environment that otherwise would have kind of ate our lunch pretty much. So I can afford I can afford patience here. So what has to happen in order for me to act? I mean, that behavior here in NQ, I mean ES. I mean, we saw the captain setup. I was like, okay, well, this is gonna go to 47, and it did. Now we're in the middle of the range. This is the test. If we all of a sudden trading at 92 and holding on to it, I mean that is a shift. Yeah, that is some wild ass stuff going on right now. And look at that, huh? Came all the way back up and tested. So, so the people who saw all of this and did not factor that the market needs to establish an harmony, channel number 2, and they started to go short into this run up, or wondering if they're getting trapped or not, right about now. And we got so close, man. We got so close. We needed to get to 890. So what is that telling you, Adam? That's an improvement. That's a big time improvement. That's big time improvement. You're starting to, I mean, you're recognizing a behavior that did not serve you well in the past, and not jumping in on it. Okay, Globax is 12,940, and you break above it, that will put the market in sync on the long side. And I would, I'm not gonna jump in. I'm just gonna wait and see if they hold on to pullbacks. 273 green. Good job, Nor. Adrian. If we get to 890, that will set the stage for rallies to be shortable, and the market will be in an environment that promotes momentum on the short side. So I'll be looking for rallies to short into. Right now, we're getting a sideway mixed market, and that's an environment that I'm trying to be as patient as possible with. right, all right, all right, all right. Here we go. All right. That is interesting. That is interesting to me. Yeah, we should be running up here. Look at that. They put on a switch trade right here. So the odds are, excuse me, we may break that 40 or get back to that 40 and play around with it. Against that captain setup. Yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Now let's see if they break that 905. 905 down 04. Then we can take a look at the 890. Right now we're in the middle of the range. So okay, so that's channel number 2 that they established. Yeah, that was a captain set up long on that ES. Okay, so they're breaking it back up here again. Well, now you have a base, and 915 and 905 is more important than ever. $9.45. All right, we're breaking back up to that 40. At least they're trying. And the 915 to the 905 needs to hold. So if you're looking at ES, a one candle reversal on ES, basically a close of 88 half, will set the stage for a retest of target number 3 and potentially 84. You have to realize this, that ES has not closed its 50 NT Rinko candle upward, so it's weak, and that's putting the pressure on NQ. So if you flush in ES, this structure is gonna collapse into the 890. So at these levels right here, the expectation is to see a quick burst into 40, and that's just not happening. So the question is why? Why is this not happening? Why the 40 is not showing up? Why is there a lot of distribution right at target number 1 and Globex? constantly measuring. I mean, it could be simply they're reloading. But if we start breaking anything under 915, then you know what they want to do. Is this area actionable for me? Nah. Break above 40, and then I'll take a look. Okay, so here we go, 40. So what does that mean? That means the 200 and the 100 are in sync on the long side. Okay, fine. ES, flip that one candle reversal. Okay, so you have to, from the ES perspective, well, we find ourselves in NQ in the middle of the range and in ES in the middle of the range. Okay. All right, so we're getting a couple of things that are of interest. You got a switch trade, ran up to a 40, came up with a railroad long, and that held. Okay, I mean that's decent at least. That's decent. Okay. Yeah. Man, like I'm tempted to take it long right here, but look where I'm at. I'm like right into Globex, and I want to make a good decision here. I don't want to be feeling bored and restless and just take a trade just to take a trade, and I'm starting to feel that type of thinking seep into my head. So I need to kind of take a step back here. I mean, this market is like a siren. It talks to you. It tempts you. It wants you to join. It wants to jump in. Sometimes you have to resist that voice. Is it a good decision to get in here? I don't think so. Yeah, that's what I need actually. I need to go shoot that thing. Yeah, that's right, my friend. That's the way. That is the sign of progress, my friend. That is what it is. Sign sign of progress. All right. So that should push price up. That behavior right here should push price up. We may be heading toward target number 2 here. Well, that's what I'm doing right now. That's my mental trade right here. It's an entry of 43, stop of 34, and a run up of target number 2. Let's see. Oh, man, not working. 41. All right. If we break above 45, I'll jump in. And my stop is going to be below that 30. Give me a pullback. Give me a pullback. All right. Took one for a flat. I need to see momentum come in. Oh no. God dang it. Okay, I'm out of it. Need to see momentum. There's no momentum here. I kept it small. Kept it small. I mean, my stop is really low. A lot. I mean, it's around the 30 level, but I have an expectation here. I mean, the expectation is you need to be closing the next candle fairly quickly. If you're not doing it, like what's going on here? Now they're gonna take it, right? Oh, now it's time for them to run. Yeah, we maybe we're too tight today. Maybe we're too tight. Oh yeah, here it comes. Here it comes. Maybe we're just too tight. Mm, too tight, George. Too tight. Mr. George is too tight. Target number 2 is coming up at 58.75. Let's go. Target number 2 is hit. That was my trade right there. That was my trade. That was the one. And that's okay. So, I mean, that's a good one. I mean, the only issue with it that it kept me very tight with it. The issue that I have with it is we're in at Globex. So to me was a quick function of timing. It needed to start moving quickly, and the fact that it didn't, I flatted one, and when it started dipping into this zone, my stop is really like 33, which is about 7 points. But with that drop, I was like, okay, they're not. We're in Globex, middle of Globex, so they could simply just chop it up here and sell it off. Let me take that quick exit, and I'll try again. So that's what happened on that one. It's 10 o'clock, 10:06. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if they. We're starting to make some moves here. 65 coming up. All right. Boom. Good for them. Good for them. And that's how you trap. That's how you trap everybody right here. That's how exactly you trap them. This motherfucker. Whew. Okay, a little bit of a pullback here. Let's see where the um, top end of the harmony, the Globex band is 890. I mean, excuse me, 990. Hmm. Good riddance, man. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, yeah. It's gonna pop up. So continuation trades are showing up right here. That's all of them are continuation trades. So that was the switch trade that triggered that whole rotation. We had channel number 2 and we broke the minor trend line to the upside into target number 2, now target number 3. These rotations, as we pull back, the market is holding them and they're holding the pullbacks into the target. Next target is that 990. You break 990, I mean, you in essence uh, trapped bunch of shorts close to 900 and blew them all out of the water. Dave, I just sent you a message. Just take a look, a direct message. So look at your Zoom. And we are moving to 990. Hadouken, Hadouken, Hadouken. And boom. Come on, baby. Let's go. It should hit that right here, right now. All right. Hit it. Finally. 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 All right. So next target 13,015. That's the next target. Harmony zone number 1 is 65 by 55. Harmony zone number 2 is 40 by 30. And you are looking for pullbacks as a buying opportunity into the next target. They trapped the shorts closer to 900. And they rolled them all over to the high of the Globex session. So we're going to be looking for pullbacks to buy into. Yeah. Well, I mean, that was a pretty one. The pullbacks are literally like a 2 candle and a reversal. So that's just telling you that, there's a strength coming in here into these targets. Target number 3, target number 4 is 35.5, and the next swing trade target is 13,015. Okay. So you see this right here? This is gonna lend itself to a retracement to the middle of the range, what you're seeing right now. Okay, so I'm gonna look and wait for that to happen, and that's gonna potentially get us an opportunity for a buying opportunity. But that should be happening here fairly soon. This pullback against that high. This type of pattern tends to push. I mean, we ran up 18, 18 candles in ES in a row. See that? It's gonna start to happen here in the next 30 seconds. Well, how about that? It did exactly what I said it's gonna do. See, Frida, we're getting the pullback. Now the question: would you want to buy this pullback, right? We asked for the pullback to buy, and once we get it, it was like, maybe not this one. 2.25 on the ES. Yeah, that's not a bad spot. It's not a bad spot. $65, 65, 65. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're gonna get a pop right here. You're getting it in NQ too. No, no. I mean, ES is weaker. I mean, finally we get a one candle reversal. So NQ is stronger than ES. Okay, we established that, and the price action has showed that. The only reason where we say, oh, buy ES is because we think that ES is gonna catch up to NQ, but I rather buy NQ versus trying to buy ES because it's lagging from the relative strength basis. So we're getting that one candle reversal. That's a railroad long. And look, they're coming in hard. Yeah. All right, they put on a switch trade here. I mean, they're coming in a little bit harder than they should. But look where we at too. You know, you have an inside day. So I mean, the bigger picture. You got to look at the bigger picture. In the bigger picture, we have an inside day. Like literally the whole day, we are within less than 100 points, about 100 points range. And as far as the number of rotations, we have 2 rotations all day long. So that just tells you the personality. I mean, if I can get a captain set up, we got a captain set up, we should see a push higher here. Come on, baby. Here we go. That's a good thing to see. That's a good thing to see. Now, this low right here, 70, needs to hold. Oh, look at that. Boom. Four and a quarter. I mean, you made a good money on that one. You made good money. I mean, the faders will come in here and try to 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 make it look like a double top and a lower high. Then once they pull it back, if it reverses one more time, then you know they're gonna just trap these shorts and blow everything above 106. So, so I can understand your question better, Stephen. So, okay, the market. If I'm looking at target number three in NQ, right? So the market hit its target, actually went above it. Now it came back, and now they're putting on another signal to go long, which is a captain setup long, right? Okay, so buys here have the next target lined up, which is 13,035. Okay, with a stop between 70 and 55, and you're looking for a burst of energy above the 90.95. So that's kind of, you know, what I'm looking for here. Okay, now you got to look at ES and say, okay, if I have choice between those two instruments, one is weaker than the other, and the market is trending, which one would I want to take? I want to take the ones that is exhibited strength throughout the day. Doesn't matter if it hits the target, great. There's a bigger target ahead of it, and I'll like to take that target. But if I take the one instrument that is lagging, and I want to be long in that one, hoping it gets to the bigger target, I'm just taking unless ES outperforms NQ, I wouldn't. I would pick the one that shows more strength. Of course. Recognize who's strong and why, and who's weak and why, and go in with the one that is strong. Yeah, I see that. Okay, well, see that. I mean, that's just where they would typically come in to show that double top behavior, and they're flushing it. So NQ is, I mean, they're threatening this captain setup. So if we start breaking anything under that, that would be an issue as well. 65, you don't want to see 65. Otherwise, we're going to start fading back into Globex, and it's been the story of the day. It's been the story of the day. Here they go again. All right, so how does that look like? Let's see here. All right. So that's the minor trend within the overall bigger trend. you trade above this trend here, this line, and you start breaking 85, come back and retest that line and that breakout, and then we can start looking at at another rotation to the upside. All right. We're starting to get a new harmony wave. Okay. These this motherfucker. Here we go. Can we get a pullback? Can we get a pullback? Because any pullback here will have this as a support and this as a support and then this as a support. So we'll see. Okay. Okay. $87. Can I get a pullback? Can I get a pullback? 90. Let's see here. Yeah, we should be able to get a little bit of a pullback here. Ah, all right. My stop has to be under. Take one off and give it a little bit of room. Let's see if we can get back up there, and I'll add more. I need to see a switch trade right up at 90. Okay, here we go. That's what I want to see. It's exactly what I want to see. Come on, baby, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Push, push. It needs to push. I'm going to go break even. Okay, we'll go break even. And if it stops me out for a break even, then it stops me out break even. Okay, so here we go. That's what I need to see. Can I get a push? Well, I mean, it gave me like 5 points. What is that? 2, 4, 6 points. I'm looking for a bigger move if I can catch it, but good Lord. Yeah. Like, I hate to take a small profit here just to watch it run. I'd rather take a break even and give it a chance. And here comes my chance, right? That's fine. It's managed. It's well managed. Yeah, we're in the resistance area. I mean, this is an area that's just struggling a little bit, and ultimately you really have to break the 75 to the 55. If you break that zone, yes, then we can look at the market and say, okay, they're they're done buying for now, but till that happens, we got to buy the pullbacks into the next target. 10:50. We got 10 minutes. The longs got to protect that zone right there. If you fail below that, then, you know, that will set the stage for a two-sided market, and then we can see how well the shorts are stepping in. So let's take a quick review of what we've done so far today. It's the story of two quick exits here, but I got in short. I took a flat and a very quick small stop, and the market, my stop is above 21, and I took the early exit and the market moved. Second trade is this beauty, and did the same exact thing actually. Took a break even and a very small stop right before, and same exact thing actually here. I just gotta laugh. So that's my story for the day. It just I'm in an environment where the market is choppy. I want things to either work very quickly or I'm out. That's what I was doing. So the total amount is just a small stop, small down day right here. 165. It's manageable. So they're coming back. They're coming down to the bottom end of that range, and we talked about this. This zone needs to hold. Needs to hold. go. Here we go. All right, all right, all right. So you got that 13,000 level, which is a whole number, and the market seems to be just agonizingly moving around this area. And where we at also is the top end of the Globex band. So we're getting a little bit of resistance as we peak above it. So when we saw this initially, we said, hey, listen, this is a market that's going to get to the middle of the range. And it sure did. Bounce back again, and it's given us lower highs, which is typically when you do that, and then you break the harmony wave, you will get a flush. But if they continue to hold on to this harmony wave, one candle reversal to 990 will trap all the people who got short in here, and just run them up past the 13,000. And the market so far is in sync on the long side. So unless we truly break into this zone right here that I highlighted, I'm not gonna go short, let it break here, then rally back up and show me short interest, and then I'll participate. But otherwise, I'm looking for patterns here for the long side. Make sense? Show me the money. Show me the money. It just keeps doing it though. It keeps doing it. But that we've seen it before. Hitting resistance does not mean that it is just going to be a short. It could be hitting resistance and coiling and building a base with a bull flag for higher prices. So let's not assume that this market is just going to, yeah, here you go. I mean, that's a switch trade right here. And what's the expectation? Is a breakout. That's the expectation. That's my expectation. And here you go. I feel like we're reading the market accurately. Hmm. All right. Market. That's it's gonna run. Target number 435. Well, let me see here. Yeah, target number 4 in this equation is 35.5, and then you got the swing trade target, which is 15, and you got the breakout. And that analysis of it was just spot on. They needed really to protect this area. These pullbacks are buyable. You had this minor trend line that once they broke with the switch trade, led to a breakout. That's the market we're reading. Anyway, it's 11:07 by the way, so that's just it's gonna end my morning. And if I end up taking any more trades, I will show them to you. We'll go from there. Okay. How did we end up? Catrice still up. Jose, where are you at? I haven't heard from you, buddy. James, any trades? Sheila, Adam, how did we end up today? Steven, Tafita, Ken. Okay, up a little bit. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. Long now on that breakout. Okay, I get it. MKO, thank you very much. I appreciate you as well. Up, John is up 790. Good job, John. Let's see here. I'll say on YouTube we're almost up to 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed yet and you want to get notification of our live stream, make it to 1,000. Be the one on the 1,000. Good job. Are they evals or PAs? MKO. Well, here you go. 6409. Going big. All right, so we're coming up to that target, that 15. Going big, going big. I like it. All right, guys, that's it for me. You guys have a blessed day. Stay focused. And we will see you tomorrow, bright and early. We'll do this again.